How you feeling about this, babe?
I think it's easier to buy a house, to have a baby, to travel the world for 7-8 months. There's so many other things. It's probably easier to give surgery to somebody than damn do this shit.
A little dramatic there, bud.
It is, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense.
It's frustrating. Every time we talk to someone, it gets more complicated. What's up, fam? We're Montana and Vietnam, world travelers and hosts in our home country. We are building a tiny home, and it is a never-ending project. Join us on this new journey. So one thing we have to do is turn our 1-car driveway to a 4-car driveway.
Wait, technically 3.
Well, no, 4, because otherwise we have to turn the back too. Because we have a 4-bedroom house and then we're trying to add a studio, that means we need 4 parking spots, and we currently only have 1 official parking spot.
Or what we could have done is close your closets in the bedroom for the time being.
Just remove the closet.
But I'm just kidding, not yet.
Well, because we don't use all 4 bedrooms as bedrooms. We only use 3 of them, but because the 4th one is still technically a bedroom because it has a closet, yeah. It's still a bedroom, whether we use it that way or not.
Well, it is. It has a window and it has a closet. So
yeah, so it's a bedroom. We're going to have to do like 1, 2, 1, 2. So like a spot and then another spot behind it, because that's the other thing is we originally wanted to do 4 spots across.
Yeah.
But I guess legally you can only have a 20-foot wide driveway, so we can't do that. And I asked about, like, you can see our neighbors. They have these there's a lot of, in the neighborhood, these round driveways, circular driveways, but I guess those were grandfathered in. You're not allowed to make those anymore. So that's not an option either. Trying to remember where the measuring tape is. As if we don't have 20 of them.
Let me tell you guys, Montana hides them off.
I don't know how we lose measuring tapes. It's like paper clips to us. Just gone. We had other plans for the front. Like, we had wanted to do a front porch at some point. So now we're like, can we even make that fit? That might be off the table. And also cost-wise, because we've always wanted to do the driveway, right? We've had the house for 4 years. The driveway sucks. We know it's ugly, but it just hasn't been a priority. And we're trying not to spend money places that we can save money, or like, and not trying to do like all these extra projects when we know there's things that we really want to need to get done. So now we're thinking about, cement's super expensive right now. So that's kind of off the table to do a cement driveway. Pavement was another option. It's a lot cheaper than cement. But then we're thinking even cheaper would be just continue this like shitty gravel driveway situation that we have happening on like over to and back, because that would probably be the cheapest. We know that there's like a little bit of extras with that. Like, you see how there's like that wood there? Like, it needs to be a defined parking spot, even with gravel. And there's that base too, the cement base. That's to keep the gravel in. Doesn't work spectacularly well. But that is also a requirement, we believe. And we also need to figure out, do we need a permit for this on top of our variance and permit for the studio? So, mind-boggling. This is the glory of the detached garage as it stands that we want to turn into a studio. So let's take a look at her, shall we? Cute husband. But this is what she looks like now. So there's the frame and that's it. It does have existing electricity for the lights and the plumbing for the wash, but everything else needs to be done.
Don't judge.
We're judging you so hard. The plan is to have the bathroom in this corner, so like 5 feet, I think 5 feet wide and 8 feet long. That would be the bathroom, so like toilet, sink, shower. Trying to do like a combo laundry machine on the bottom of the sink, underneath the sink. And then on this side of the bathroom wall would be the kitchen. So that would be here. We would have like table, couch, Murphy bed, storage. We would take this out the door and do like sliding glass doors for lots of light. And then we want to keep the ceiling A-frame through most of this, except for above the bathroom and what will be a closet on that side. We would have the beams so that we can have a little bit of storage up top, but the clearance there is only like 3 feet. It's not enough space for like a loft or like real storage, but we could throw some things up there. And that's the plan. We'll see what happens since it's taking forever. So last night we went over to our neighbors. We went over with our little binder and our paper that we needed them to sign, as that they signed off on us doing our little garage reno. And of course that wasn't an issue at all. But it was funny. We decided to mess with our neighbors across the street we're really close with. And we went over and we had our notebook, our pen, and we knocked on the door and we said, "Are you interested in solar?" Because of course we get solar people walking to our doors daily. So yeah, we just had to mess with them a little bit. Then we went to our other neighbor next to us who we were sure wasn't going to be an issue because they seem very nice. We don't really know her very well, but she was lovely. And I'm glad we stopped by because we chatted about other things and maybe we'll end up doing some gardening together. Could be cool. But yeah, so we got our signatures. We emailed our contact at the city and he said that we don't have to do anything else, which I'm pretty sure is not what he told us in our last time we talked to him. So I'm going to double check on that. But we just need to basically fill out the application and just email that to him. And then we kind of wait for a while for other things to happen in the background. So that's where we're at right now. One step closer, I guess. All right, so it's Airbnb turnover day at one of our properties that we're managing. And I was checking my email because we didn't check it this weekend. And apparently the variance email application is due today at 2. It's like just over an hour. So I have to rush to finish this and get to the city, but I'm pissed because the last time that I got an email from this guy, he said after March 3rd. He didn't say after March 3rd before March 6th. So he emailed me like late Friday and it's due today, Monday by 2 p.m. Like what, how, like no heads up. So anyway, V's gonna get to work on cleaning this place while I fill out this paperwork. All this. All right, I forgot to do an update video day of, but they gave us a slight extension on turning in the variance application. So we got it in, we paid the $350 for the application, and now we just wait some more. So it is the beginning of March. At the end of March, they will let us know when they have printed the letters. So we go and we pick up letters that need to be mailed to all of the houses within 100 feet or yards of our property. And then we have to wait another 10 days to give people time to complain if they want to. I don't foresee it being an issue with anyone. Probably most people won't even read these letters, but it is something that we have to do. So yeah, at this point, just more waiting. All right, it's been a few weeks since we last checked in, and the last check-in was we finally got our variance paperwork in, paid for the variance, all of that. The application is in. Now someone new called us today, a few weeks later, who is like, so we had our pre-variance contact, now we have our variance contact, and they give us, once again, more information we did not have before. So we're back to measuring out the driveway. And so
it looks like people are going to be crashing into our house.
So the way that they have these specifics is that so we have to put 4 parking spots in, right? One on top of the other, so it'll be like 2 by 2, yeah. Like 2 by 2 cars is the driveway. But so you have to have 9 feet wide and 18 feet long for each spot. So that means we have to have an 18-foot wide and 36-foot long driveway. And technically our front yard is 37 feet. So our driveway will go to 1 foot from the house, which is also the legal minimum. So like,
They're giving us. I think that space 1 foot is for some
Heaven?
plants.
Like, this is like all working out magically, but also awfully. Like, that's terrible. Who wants a driveway like that? But we literally have room for exactly what we need. Not an inch
We're gonna
to
have to
spare.
put some barriers. You know how you see like in official government buildings where they have like big stumps so cars can't run it through. That's where we're gonna have to put once the concrete.
We're gonna have to like build a 1 foot deep moat around our house of water so
because,
you can't go drive
somebody's
into
coming
it.
home late at night. You know what I mean? Or if it's an older person checking in, they might hit the gas instead of the brake and just land in the kitchen.
It's just like allowing for more than is need be.
Yeah.
But then we also have to calculate. Okay, so actually we're not even going to get into that yet. What was that? The ISR.
Where's that?
What was this again? The
Insoluble something. I forgot what you said.
Impermeable surface. ISR impermeable surface requirement. Okay, that's what I think it was. So that's another calculation. We can't have more than 45% of our front yard be parking. So we also have to calculate that and make sure that that makes sense. But okay, so in order to do all of this without hiring professionals, we have to do it based off of the survey that we have. And the survey that we have, so like I cut it in half so that it's not the whole property, it's just the front because that's all that matters right now. But it doesn't have like a scale, right? So we had to make our own scale using a ruler and some very painful math to basically come up with the fact that 1/8 on the paper, 1/8 inch on the paper equals 1.12 feet in real life. So yeah, I just have to send them something that's like, this is what it was and this is what it will be. And we'll just go from there. Do I think that our contact at the city will accept my elementary drawing? Yes, because I am a artiste.
Yes, you are, baby.
So yeah, we're gonna go measure.
Some, grass.
Out here measuring and measuring so we can get a visual understanding of what the heck is happening. From there to here is how much? That's like a lot.
Little 13 feet and 4 inches.
And we only need 8. So yeah. So I mean, I think it's gonna be fine. It's not making total sense, but it's gonna be fine. Guys, we just had the nerdiest conversation. This is like the war room in here. We were trying to figure out what 2 times 800 in Mars was, because we were working in different dimensions. I was working in the 2nd dimension, V was working in 3rd dimension, and that's why our numbers were not matching up. But we figured it out, and the gravel will cost us how much, babe?
Around $700.
Versus
whatever you
in the 2nd dimension, it would have been $6,000.
So yeah, what she was thinking, a cubic yard is.
I was thinking of squared yards.
3 feet deep, with 3 by 3 and 3 feet deep.
Yeah, but I wasn't thinking in the 3rd dimension. I was thinking in the 2nd dimension and trying to translate square feet into square yards, not cubed yards.
Yeah, whatever it was, I knew it didn't cost that much. $700 seems
that makes a lot more sense.
For about 3 inches of depth for about how many square feet? 670 square feet. Yeah.
My brain hurts, but anyway, I got the drawing done, which is what I'm good at. So let's take a look.
Very colorful too. So
we have our scale, which you need. So it shows that 1/8 in 2-dimensional world equals 1.12 feet in the real world. That is our front yard. And so we needed 4 9 by 18 foot parking spots. I have clearly labeled how that works out. We needed 1 foot of clearance to the house, which is exactly what we have. So hopefully the city accepts this as like our unofficial expanded driveway layout. Like it's our house, so we don't have to get permits because we're not changing anything here, which is like still city property. So hopefully we're good. Hopefully this is fine. We're on our way to the city. to meet with our city planner and pick up our packets so that we can mail out these letters, whatever they are. We'll let you know when we see them because we're really unclear as to what we're actually doing and who they're going to, how many there are of them. But we're going to do that now. We actually went yesterday for the second time forgetting that the city, or at least the zoning permit office, is oddly closed on Wednesday afternoons. So, going back.
Wish us luck, man. This has been a process for sure.
We're just ready for this to be over.
It's a bit of a nightmare.
And then once this is over, this variance stuff,
fun begins.
Then we get to do the permits. We finally got our sign.
Here it is.
We got our letters. We got our envelopes. Now we're going to the library to make copies of the papers that we need to stuff into the envelopes, address, and then go back to the post office to send them off and get proof that we sent them.
Yes, and somehow, some shape or form, I don't know where, but they found that there's about 50 houses 300 feet from us. And that is BS.
It's crazy.
There's no way. There's absolutely no way.
Somehow
to the right of us, there's a church. So behind us, maybe 2 houses. To the left of us, 3, 4 houses at the most. In front of us, maybe 2 houses.
Yeah,
okay, where do you get 50 houses, 50 bro?
Of these.
Insane.
So, well, we're going to do that.
And in addition, if anybody is wanting to appeal this, they have to pay a $250 filing fee. And they have to do it within like 7 to 8 days.
Yeah, no one's doing that.
Come on, man. They wouldn't even get it. They wouldn't even read it. People just throw this out.
Ridiculous. Okay, so let's talk cost because we just finished all of these tasks. So it cost us just over $4 for the envelopes, about $22 for all of the copies, $30 for the stamps?
$30 for the stamps, yep.
And then another $25 for the certificate of mailing. Is that all?
Yeah, that was it, I think, for today.
Yeah.
Unless they're going to pack them up some other fee when we get inside there. So.
Yeah. So far. That's what we've spent so far today.
It's going to be a drop-off fee of $55.
Right. You want to step foot in here? This part 1 video ended in the end of March 2023, and it is now November 2023. We have been documenting every step of this process, so please like, comment, and subscribe to be able to follow along the rest of our journey. Spoiler alert, we're still not done yet, but we're so close.